does that even mean, Bowers game for me?
Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another game review. And today we're excited to check out Blob Lobber from Steve Jackson Games. This is for ages 6+. It is for 2 to 4 players. And it'll take, I don't know, about 15 to 20 minutes to play. And in Blob Lobber, you are going to have one blob that's going to be your color. They are your races of blobs, and you're going to try to destroy all the other blobs out there by throwing these cards into the air and trying to flip it at least once in the air and landing your bomb onto other people's blobs. But watch out, because if you bomb your blobs, you lose points. What am I talking about? It's a light, simple, children/family game, but is it good? Let's open it up, and I'll tell you what I think. Alright then, we're going to take a look at what's going to get inside of Blob Lobber. So first and foremost, we have a handy dandy rule sheet. It is one page, double-sided. It's got pictures, illustrations, examples. Very well done. Should have you up and running in no time at all. I can also teach you how to play the game right now. It's because it's an incredibly simple game. So in Blob Lobber, I have the game pretty much set up right here. You're going to try to lob these blobs onto these different spots and hopefully bomb them in order to score the points and, you know, win the game. How are you going to do that? Well, when you first start the game, you're going to take one of these white bordered cards, and that is going to be your color. This is going to be your team, and you're going to try to not destroy these blobs. So, for instance, I might be this guy right here. So I'll put that over here off to the side, and then I'll say I go first. The first thing you're going to do at the very beginning of the game is you're going to put one blob in the center right here. When you set it up, you're supposed to set it up so it looks pretty much like that. It's pretty easy setup right there. And then taking turns going around the table clockwise, you were going to take a blob and you're going to put it at least a foot in the air, and then you're going to try and flip it at least once. And if it lands on something like this, then you have destroyed it and you get points, or you lose points because you do not want to destroy your own color, and you put it underneath your card. And whoever wins after, you know, normally 3 rounds will be the winner of the game. So let's just show you how the game works, and yeah, you'll quickly understand. So I'm going to back it up a little bit so you can get a awesome idea of how great I'm flicking I am and how bad I am with glare. So I'll put that right there. And so first one, put it up about a foot, and we got the flick, and boom, I actually hit something. So that would go right there. The queen is worth 2 points, so she'd be worth 2 points to me at the end of the game. Now that's going to stay right there. The next person would go. You know, they were not so lucky, so this piece would actually stay right here, but for camera purposes, I'm going to put it right there. Which means if someone is able to successfully get a blob right here, a bomb right here, they're going to get 3 points. Whereas if blue were to accidentally get it there, they would lose 3 points at the end of the round. So it's really, really bad. So flip it up again. That one goes over there, and you will notice that some of them have 3 blobs, some have 1, some have 2. There's only one special blob in the game. This is like the acid blob. It's kind of weird. When it lands on something, it immediately like destroys everything that it's on top of. I don't know why it's in there, but hey, it's an added extra element to the game. Anywho, you're going to continue to go until all of these run out, at which point you will total up the number of points you have underneath your little coaster thing right there. Keep track of how many points you got. Go over the course of 3 rounds. Whoever has the most points after 3 rounds will be the winner of Blob Lobber. And that, in a nutshell, is how the game is played. Alright then, Blob Lobber from Steve Jackson Games. What are my final thoughts? Let's go over the pros, let's go over the cons. First, on the con side, this is a 2 to 4 player game, very restricted player count. Also, it's a dexterity game, and it does definitely require a little bit of skill. You got to get the flick down right. You got to figure out exactly how you're going to throw it. You have to aim it. If someone's really good at it, they're just going to be better at it than you are. And that is one of the cons that are with a lot of dexterity games. And this one does have that issue. As I played this with my family, and then I brought it into my classroom, and I had kind of gotten down a technique down pretty well. So the first few games I played against the kids in my class, I crushed their faces in. I unmercilessly just dominated them. And, you know, that's not always the most fun if you're on the other end of that domination, but still, that is something that I did want to mention. It happens a lot with dexterity games. Another con that I have with this game is that they do have one special card in the game, and it's just kind of weird. Like, I wanted to mention it. It just seems so out of place. It's like, here, this acid blob. It destroys stuff. Oh, that's the whole point of it? Yeah. Okay. I just don't understand why I was in the game. Seems odd. Who knows? But any other cons that I have with the game? You know, it's very light. It's very simple. It's probably not going to be a game night game for most people. It is aimed at children and families. I played it in my classroom with kids ages 5+. They had no problems playing it. My son, 5-year-old. I was even playing it with my 2-year-old, who had some fun just throwing it into the air, but I'll talk more about the pros and cons. But if you're not in the market for a children's or family game, if you're not in the market for a dexterity game, if you're not in the market for a very light, simple, repetitive game where you're going to be doing the same thing over and over again and there's no real strategy in the game, this one's not going to be for you. But moving on to the pros, Blob Lobber does have a lot of good things going for it, and I will actually be keeping this game because first and foremost, my son loved this game. My wife enjoyed this game. It does not outstay its welcome. It's short. It's simple, it's easy to learn, it's easy to teach. I like the artwork, I like the flipping of the blobs, I like the first game of this will probably be my funnest game of it ever because we were so terrible as you're trying to figure out the right way to flip the blobs. That's kind of fun. It's cheap too. You know, I don't normally mention price too much in my reviews because, you know, price fluctuates here and there. It goes up, it goes down. But this, I believe it's $7, brand spanking new. You know, you're probably gonna be able to get it on like $5 if you're watching this video in the future. And for $5, you're gonna get a lot of entertainment out of this game. It's fun. You have kids, they're gonna enjoy this game. If you have people you like to play games with who aren't necessarily the biggest gamers, they're gonna have fun with this. It's a good lightweight filler game. If you're waiting for that fourth person to show up and you just want to kill, say, 5 or 10 minutes, I think it fits into that category. Family game, yes. Children's game, yes, because the scoring is super simple. I could teach the kids in my class how to play this, and they can play this by themselves. No problem. Easy setup, easy cleanup. In the end, I enjoyed Blob Lobber. I think it is a good to very good children's/family/filler game. Would I like some more? Would I like if there actually were a couple special cards in there that, you know, made sense? Yeah. But I'm not complaining about what I got. Blob Lobber is a game that I enjoy, my kids enjoy, my wife enjoyed it, my game night when I tried it with them enjoyed it, and while it's not amazing, it's good, and it's cheap. And hey, good and cheap, what more could you possibly want? So that is Blob Lobber from Steve Jackson Games, one that will be making it into my collection, not to mention it has a very small box size, which is always something that I enjoy as well. If you enjoyed this review, please sure to click on that subscribe button down below in the comments below. Let me know what's another game in your collection that is small. And, well, it might not be the greatest game. It's still a good game, and you keep it around partially because of its size. And personally, I'm looking up here, and I'm seeing a lot of small games, but I'm seeing a lot of small games that I really like. Like, I see Don't Mess with Cthulhu, which I absolutely adore. Actually, I see another one from Steve Jackson Games, Mars Attack 10-minute takedown. That's a really cool dice flicking game. It comes in a box about this size. The box is garbage, but really stinking cool game. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that as well. Let me know in the comments below. What is a really awesome smaller game that's not the best game in the world, but because of its size, it has a special place on your shelf, mostly because it's a smaller game. Let me know, and as always, thanks for your time, YouTube.